All right, welcome into Extra Time.
All right.
All right.
Did that the last time, didn't you?
You know, just whatever's at the top of my head sometimes.
It's very American, that, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, you know, no other country in the world would anybody start any sort of program with, all right.
Hey, be very careful now. You know that he's conflicted.
Yep.
You know that he doesn't quite know what the American is.
My identity is fluid.
It's the old double bluff. He's actually Mexican, but he wants people to think he's American.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends.
I have 2 passports, so whichever one I need in the moment is what I go with. You know, play the cards you're dealt.
So you're starting to open yourself up now.
Play the cards you're dealt.
I wonder when that would happen. We're beginning to open up.
That's opening up.
Yeah.
This is closing.
Okay, well, let's open up some of these questions. Stevie, I'll start with you on this one. From Sarab. Who is the best central defender of all time?
Ooh. Oh, my goodness.
And you can't say Sergio Ramos, even though I know you want him.
Oh, my goodness, that's a belter. I think it's almost like trying to figure out who the best player of all time is. It's really difficult. I mean, I grew up with classics like I caught Beckenbauer just about. You know, a guy called Sharia, Italian, was a fantastic defender. I mean, Cannavaro got the Ballon d'Or or whatever they called it back then. My goodness. I mean, there's a whole
three
host
pretty
of them.
good candidates.
There's people like Bobby Moore. There's a guy I played with, Alan Hansen. There are a lot, but I would say
none of them
recent
from his
history,
current era, I noticed.
In recent history, zero. I mean,
you can't really see the zero.
I'm trying to remember somebody in the last decade.
Like a Chiellini or something. I mean, best of all time seems a bit much for him, but
Chiellini's fantastic.
Maybe the best of this era.
He's not in the same. He's not in the same conversation as the Beckenbauers of this world. You know, his name escapes me. Centre back, AC Milan.
Baresi.
I mean,
but that's not this.
We're talking about different gravy here. Chiellini's a great defender. Baresi was a great defender, but a footballer. That's the difference between Chiellini and these other guys I mentioned. They were footballers as well.
Late in his career, became a centre back. Paolo Maldini was also excellent, but early on,
as a centre back,
earlier on he was a left back. So, look, all the names that he just mentioned, those are all in this conversation.
Was there a guy you played against that you particularly hated to go up against? Maybe not best of all time, but just like your most difficult.
The combo pair of Lugano and Godin. Yeah, that combo package is tough, man.
Some tough qualifiers.
Let's assume that I was able to get away from one.
Right.
I mean, and then I run into the other. Come on.
Godin's a great example. If Godin had played in the other team in Madrid, he'd have been the guy that would have been getting all the awards and all this other stuff. And Godin never gets a mention. Again, as a pure defender, he's as good as anybody in the past 10 years. But because he's at Atletico Madrid and the way they play, it doesn't quite get the spotlight like other players in Madrid that play centre back do.
Not to be named. Let's keep it on the topic of defence. What do you think about the rumours of Alderweireld to Manchester United? Ale, what do you think? We don't have much time. I mean, we got like what, 5 days, 6 days?
And he seems to have been going.
What's that?
On the show.
No, in the transfer window.
Oh, sorry.
He seems to have been going from Spurs a while back. This transaction has been rumored for a long time now. He's gonna go, just go. To be honest, if I'm Manchester United, I would be looking more for a different type of player. But if he's gonna figure out a way for them to defend better, I don't think defending is a problem for Manchester United. To be honest with you, it's the other side of the field, and maybe the manager.
Oh, well, that segues beautifully into our next question. Why are you obsessed with Mourinho? Whose idea was it to run a smear campaign? Edgar wants to know. Which one of the three of us launched the smear campaign?
First of all,
what was the meeting that we had in the ESPN cafeteria?
Let's be honest.
To launch the smear campaign.
Mourinho is the person who took two steps forward and stuck his head out and said, come and get me, because of the ridiculous and the lunacy that's been coming out his mouth recently. So what? I mean, are we supposed to ignore when a guy of his reputation, his so-called ability, And the so-called the smartest man alive in football at playing mind games is making an absolute dog's breakfast of it, and we're not supposed to
he is
give
kind
an
of
opinion?
inviting the criticism. I mean,
Absolutely.
how can you be unhappy in California? He spent like a week in California. He was mad the whole time.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Really? You don't think he's a little...
No, and here we are.
I think he's lost the plot.
Well, maybe, but that's not new though, because he seemed to have been losing it in his last season with Chelsea as well. So it's a slow build to loosen the plot, as you say. But to be honest, how is this different than a couple of years ago? It's the same story, and we recycle it, and we'll keep talking about it because it is interesting.
It's very Conte-esque of last year with Chelsea.
Oh,
isn't it?
I think that's a stretch. You don't... I mean, Mourinho's on a whole nother level, right?
No, I just mean, all of a sudden, when Conte started speaking, you're thinking, hold on, this guy wants the side.
Right.
This guy wants...
Do you think that's the case with Mourinho? Or do you think he's pressuring the board?
I don't know, but I just know that there has to be a better way to life than walking around looking for reasons to be upset.
Right.
Everything smells. Everything stinks. Everything is awful. I don't like anything. I don't like that food. I don't like this player. I don't like that front office guy. I mean, when...
It smells...
By the way, you're managing Manchester United.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not in a third division team. This is Manchester United with very talented players. And so at some point, we sit back and we say, all right, man, enough.
It smells to me like the noise of somebody who isn't enjoying going into work in the morning.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I get from this.
That's the same sort of expression that I get when I hear that Seb is the one hosting the show.
Oh, come on. Just a few seconds ago, you were a bastion of optimism and cheer. You should walk through life happy and...
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then I hear Seb is hosting the show and it's like, oh...
You did actually, we were live on ESPN2 just seconds ago, and you did open the show telling everybody how little you like me, so I do appreciate it.
Well, full disclosure, I just want to make sure that people know that.
Nobody gets confused.
Correct.
So when you found out Seb was hosting, you went, right.
And then I heard that you were on the show, and that lifted me up.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if Craig had been on? What would you?
Oh no! That would
Seb Craig, that's a wham.
That's coaching, Seb.
Right.
So you feel better now. Right? That's coaching.
It's a fair point.
Thank you.
Very fair point.
Yeah.
Perspective matters, right? All right, this question is definitely not for me. Nakai wants to know, do you like
Were you expecting
Rooney?
to get pictures? Were you expecting to get questions for you?
No, and I know this one's not for me.
Oh, this one's not for me. I
As
know.
Ale also reminded us on the show, this is not about
Why is it
you.
never
It's
any,
not, but you make it about you.
Why is there never any questions for me?
Nakai wants to know, do you like Wayne Rooney now, Ale?
No, that should be for you.
I think it is for me. That was the point of it.
Clearly, hey, Nakai, talk to that guy. Talk to that guy.
So, come on.
Look.
Your 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah. No, I did not like Wayne Rooney.
What?
I didn't like the signing. He's been all right. I don't think he's lit the world on fire. Let's not compare him to what he did.
Hold on, is it 2 games?
What did Zlatan do?
Hold
What
on
did
a second.
Zlatan do
He
in
hasn't kicked
in
a
30
ball.
minutes?
He hasn't kicked a ball.
Zlatan had more
He hasn't
goals
kicked a ball for 3 months,
There we go.
and he's just stepped on the field for 2 games.
Right.
And he's like,
Sure. For $7 million less, Zlatan scored more goals in 30 minutes than Rooney's got in, what, four games? Okay. I mean, if it's levels,
Whatever happened to you not liking Wayne Rooney?
So you really just like him. Why?
I'm not super excited about the signing. Can we find some nuance here? I know that.
Really? Why do you hate Wayne Rooney? Just can you sum it up?
It feels like you're taking your hate of the DC United ownership and projecting that on Wayne Rooney.
On the Wayne Rooney signing, yes. Nothing personal. I mean, he got banged up. He broke his nose, got a black eye for the club. I like that. I respect that. I'm coming around on Wayne Rooney a little bit. The signing, the way the ownership has, decided to do their business, that's another story. But that's not really for extra time.
What about the quality of the stadium? You want to talk about that one?
Stadium?
What's under there?
The seats are very narrow.
Oh, what's under
What's
there?
under there?
Well, you keep
Some
going-
highlights.
You keep looking under there.
I'm looking for just any way to
Looking
get
for a
out
way
of this. Maybe
for a way
the
out.
end of the segment, the promo. Maybe it's somewhere under here.
Hey, you're in charge. You can just go, right, we're done.
Really?
Yeah.
I have that power?
What?
Apparently.
Well, we can't.
Somebody trusted you with that power.
All right. Well, in that
Good
case,
decision.
We can't shut it down.
thanks, Nakai. I appreciate you trolling me with the question. He has been pretty good, and they've won 2 of 4 games, so I'm not going to complain too loud for now. That'll do it for Extra Time. We'll see you on tomorrow's show. You guys back?
I'm back.
All right.
Right.
Guess who's back?
Ale, unfortunately, I'm back as well.
Oh.
But Stevie's here.
Hey!
Oh, what am I cheering for?
You should. I like it.